Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. So it's clearly this scenario which is winning, which was also the primary expectation. But again, as I said, in both scenarios that we had, the probabilities were very, very close together, very close. So what I did yesterday before my last video, I adjusted the targets down for this move here, for this wave B target. In blue, I adjusted the targets down, as I said to you, to 1700 to 1830. This is now the ideal level where this wave is going to finish, this wave C. I've adjusted the internal waves a little bit. In my opinion, this makes more sense because the wave to the sideways wave here really, that in my opinion unfolded as a triangle. And that is always a hint that this is a wave 4. And now we've got a wave 5 going on, and this could be the last wave before we break down. Of course, this wave 5 can extend quite a bit, but it is something that we need to be aware of. Now there are, in this area, now that we've reached this area, basically fulfilled this particular scenario, it's always when we need to be on high alert for a potential breakout to the downside. That would be to the downside here in a wave C, into a wave C. The area between 1130 to 1330. So if we only look at the particular targets now in this video, there are a few ways to measure that. First one is to take the wave A high here, add it to the beginning of the wave C. Then we get a target of the 1.618 extension at 1791. 1791 is a key target that I'm going to highlight here on the chart, so that we've got that captured. For some reason the Wi-Fi is breaking down here at the moment, but okay, we can just carry on like that. I had later. 1791 is one of the key targets. And the next one is if we measure the length of the wave, we can measure the length of the wave 1 and see where we get to, but that would be a huge extension because the wave 1 is so short. So let's see where we could reasonably expect this to finish. Now that we have moved up so much, we would normally expect here either be on high alert. We've nearly reached the 2.618 extension. Yeah, I think these targets are really not usable because the wave 1 is so short, but you've got here 1715, yeah, 1728. These are now the wave 1 extensions. 1715, we're now approaching that. 1728 and 1749 are the next meaningful ones, but I wouldn't put too much meaning into them because the wave 1 is so short here. That is another target, and then the last one I can think of is taking the length of the wave 3 just to see, but that would also take us very close. No, sorry. Okay, if we then take the 1-to-1 ratio, that also takes us to 1790. So 1790 is something to keep an eye on, but anywhere in this area really, you can expect here the breakdown, or at least I would expect the breakdown. Interesting enough, if you extend now this line of the ascending wedge, we've now reached resistance. Okay, so that's a warning. That's a warning. In addition to that, we have a bearish divergence on the RSI. So that indicates that this move to the upside is getting exhausted. Now, that last wave, unfortunately, has a lack of structure. So for me, it's when do we know that a breakdown is happening? There's two things here. One is, in my opinion, a breakout to the downside of $1,600, or let's call it 1598. That last swing low will now indicate that the breakout to the downside is starting, in my opinion, yeah? So roughly against 1600. So as long as we're above 1600, roughly, we can focus on higher. But if we go below that now, it will indicate that we come down into 1130 to 1330 with high probability. Nothing is ever guaranteed in these markets. And the other thing is, if we see now an impulse down, a correction up, this would be also a good signal because that next wave down should be an impulse. So I already said, if we see that clearly happening and there's a wave 2 correction, it could be a short signal to short at the end of wave 2 into wave 3. Okay, and that's my view. currently here how this is unfolding. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.